Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off-the-cuff video, guys. What that means is I record and I upload. There is no fancy editing skills. There is no intro at the beginning. I do have a transition button, so if it starts raining or if someone comes and interrupts me, or if there's something outside that I can't control, I can stop filming, wait for it to go and carry on filming. These weekly Wednesdays, you guys ask me questions, I answer them. They are primarily model focused, and they're primarily GW stuff. There is some Marvel Crisis Protocol sneaking in here and there. There is some terrain questions from time to time. Instead of doing a terrain question Q&A, I just fold it into Weekly Wednesday. There's also information about myself and what's going on in the workshop. And we have the Weekly Wednesday vote. So everyone that's new, sit back, enjoy, relax. Now this one, I'm going to go for the 1 hour special. Okay? But if it's 45 minutes, it's 45 minutes. I do apologise, but I'm going to go for 1 hour special. Now, why is it going to be 1 hour special? I've been asked by a few of my viewers to do a weekly Wednesday 1 hour special once a month. The reason they've asked me for this is because when they're sitting there painting their own models or building something and they've got me playing in the background, they get so sucked into what I'm doing, painting, building, whatever, that they forget what they're doing. Now with the weekly Wednesday, they can paint whilst they listen to me. Okay, they get the earphones in, have the camera there, and just be painting away. You know, not the phone there, and just paint away, no problem. So that's the gist of. So if you get your models ready, get your brushes ready, and away we go. Some questions here. There's a lot to cover today anyway. So as a reminder everyone, I'm still doing commission let's builds, painting and custom terrain pieces. Let me break those down for you. So custom let's builds, commission let's builds. If you want a model kit built, you don't have the time, the space, or you have little hands around, or cats or something annoying that will just interfere with it, give it a shout. You know, I'll give you a quote with the right prices and everything else. Painting, if you want something painted to the point of battle ready, I can do that. If you want it battle ready and then you're going to take it away and do dry brushing and washing and whatever else, same thing. Or I can take it past battle ready standard. So if you're new to the channel, go check out a few painting videos and you'll see, what way he goes. Now, I don't claim, I never claim to be the world's best painter. I do the best I can, and sometimes it's absolutely amazing. Sometimes it's, just above par. Sometimes it's, it is what it is. Custom terrain pieces. You haven't seen a terrain video, go check it out. Now, I haven't done a terrain video in ages. I have one that's halfway through on the table there still. And I wanted to get it done this week, and hopefully I can get it done this week, but it's just tidying up this space has taken longer than I anticipated. So I'm 80% there. I need to have it finished, the table cleared for tomorrow, because we're having a battle report tomorrow. Yes. So the table needs to be cleared tomorrow for the battle report. But I don't mean cleared all to one end and we've got space in the middle. I mean cleared, guys, nice, looking good. I do have some Imperium magazine this week, but these are ones that I've been waiting for a good while. So we're still going to have the vote, because they're not new ones, they're older ones that I should have received ages ago. So we're still going to have the vote as normal. And to be honest with you, with the models that I have here and the models that I built yesterday, if I didn't give you guys a vote, people would be screaming at me, because I know people are going to be pulling out their hair going, what do I vote for? What do I vote for? Because there's some absolute beautiful models here to vote on. Absolutely crazy, insane models. But anyway, we'll get onto that in a little bit while. First question. What high fleet will you paint your Tyranids? It's a good question. I don't want to paint it a particular high fleet, because I like the high fleets that they have. They're great, fantastic, and everything else. Great story, great lore, everything else, great colour scheme. But I want to paint my own custom colour scheme. Now, I haven't looked in the Tyranid Codex back to back. You know, I've been concentrating on a different codex this last week because I want to be ready for the battle tomorrow. But I did have a flick through Tyranid Codex, and I did notice there was different traits that you can take for your high fleets if you're doing a custom high fleet. And I'm not settled on this one or that one or, you know, anything like that. So I will probably paint them up, you know, whichever crazy colours I come up with. But I don't want to paint them. I don't want to paint them crazy in the sense that it takes so long to paint them, because they're a horde army, so there is a lot of them. To give you an idea, a Tyranid Termagant on his own, sorry, Tyranid Termagant, bog standard troop, with his bog standard flesh borer, I think it's called, is only 7 points a model. You get 12 in the box, but all you need is 10 for the minimum unit. Now, bear in mind, if you put all 12 in the unit, that's grand fantastic, because there's more than 10 models. If they're hit by a blast weapon, they take more damage. So if you just take the 10 models, you're not gonna suffer that penalty. But even at 10 models, there's 70 points for those 10 models. So it's like, hold on a second. that's insane. So if you had 100 Termagants in 10 creature squads, that's only 700 points. How much firepower can you bring to the table to deal with that? You know, a couple of synapsis creatures here, and you know, either in the battlefield or Hive Tyrant middle or something. You're not going to be able to deal with that. There's too much. There's too much firepower. There's too much. You know, that's how crazy the army is. I want a colour scheme that I can just reproduce quickly. Now, in terms of like Termagants and Homogants and stuff like that, I want to be able to reproduce the colour scheme quickly with the airbrush. So I have 48 Termagants at the moment, so I can just go, yeah, take a break, come back, do the other colour on them, and then just come with a brush and do this and do that, and across, you know, that kind of way. Because I know the Termagant models themselves. I built some a long time ago. They're very, very easy to build. Very easy. Like, very easy. I think the hardest thing with them is putting them into their base. That's the hardest thing, but they're very, very easy. So to answer your question, I'm not gonna do it as a, you know, GW high fleet. I'm gonna do it as a custom high fleet, but I'm just not sure about colours yet. How is the tidy up coming along, and will you show us when it's done? So it's coming along well. Table's still got bits everywhere on it, and I need to get that sorted out. There's still a few bits and pieces here and there that I'm not happy with where it is, and I might want to move them somewhere else. But it's coming along nice, and there's a lot of. I was very merciless with things. I picked up a material and I went, what did I have this for in the first place? Like to build terrain with. Okay, it was to do X, Y, Z. But now I'm using this material, which is more readily available to do X, Y, Z. So okay, get rid of that. Bits of expanding foam, off-cut wedges, and I just got rid of them. I didn't. There's too much clutter. So I know I keep saying to you guys, I'll keep everything and use it. There's too much clutter here for me. You know, the struggle was real, and I had to be merciless and clear lots of space. And I have cleared a heap of space. So there's still a few things that I'm not happy with, but my plan is to have it done by Sunday. And my plan is then to do a video and show you it on Sunday, and to have my favourite terrain pieces on the table and undocumented pieces of terrain on the table and show you them as well. So do the two videos in one. That's the plan. And so far, I'm on track to do that. So I'm happy with that. So yes, you will see when it's done, and it will be, hopefully it'll be Sunday. Right, I'm eager to see a Marvel Crisis Protocol game. Any idea when you will show one on your channel? The problem with the Marvel Crisis Protocol at the moment, I've only got 2 models painted and a 3rd model built. Now, they're quick and easy to build, don't get me wrong, they are quick and easy to build. But when I've got these amazing 40k models to build, you know, I can't, the Chaos Terminators that I built, I think it's 260 views, I think that video's had. Whereas when I built She-Hulk, I think it's 16 views. You know, don't get me wrong, I will build them and I will get them painted up and everything else. I might even just do a flurry of build one. Okay, had that video ready. Build the second one the same day and then just upload 2 or 3 videos one after another to do with Marvel Crisis Protocol. Just because I do have a few here to do and I do want to get them done. But there's no, I wanted to get a game of it in this week. But with only 2 models painted or the 3rd one built, I said to Alex, I don't want to put myself under undue pressure to get it done. And he said, no, don't panic with that. You know, we've got a game for 40k coming up that we're going to play, and playing a game every month, that's what we're going to be doing. Means that after this game tomorrow, I can then go, okay, for next month, I'm going to use this army. Not tell Eldo one, but just say this is what I'm going to use. And then start making sure that I've got units and models and heroes built for those armies. If they get voted on to painted, great, fantastic. If they don't, then I can just do sneaky painting videos here and there. But I don't want you to paint up and then the next sneaky paint video I'm doing something else on that army as well. Because someone's going to go, oh, I don't want to watch that. Or they're going to go, hold on, I know what you're up to here. So I want to keep you guys guessing. Even though you'll see the fun now and you'll go, okay, oh, this looks, you know, let's have a look at this. But I just want to keep you guys guessing. But to say the army I'm using tomorrow should have 18 models on my army. Okay, I haven't taken out the points yet, and there's still a few little colours to add on a few things. Yeah, but same as there's a 10-man tactical squad back here that I'll work on off camera. I wanted to have that done ready for Alex to use tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to have time to get done, so I'm just going to concentrate on the heavy weapon from that team, which is a plasma cannon, and get him finished because he's 90% done. So get him finished so he can just swap him into tactical squad and get rid of take the missile launcher out and use the plasma cannon. But there's just so much going on. It's hard to get the time to squeeze it in. And I mean, like yesterday's Let's Build, loved them, very easy, very simple, but it's kept, the time was just ticking on and ticking on. Next thing you know, it took longer than I thought it would, but they're done. I'm over the moon with them, and they're in today's vote. So anyway, why did you build a swarm lord for your Tyranid army? Right, well, with the Tyranids, I swear I read it in the codex. I'm 99% sure I read it in the codex. You can only take 1 Hive Tyrant Swarm Lord, yeah, per detachment. So if you've got a detachment and it's, I don't know, 100 Termagants and this and that and blah, 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 Hive Tyrant, and you've still got points left over, and you take another detachment with a Swarm Lord and blah, 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 that's allowed. I swear I read that in the codex. If I'm wrong, chuck comment below and let me know. Or if I'm right, chuck comment below and let me know. But I'm 99% sure I read that in there and I was like, ooh. But even if I don't play a game where I take the 2 detachments to have 2 of them, or even if it's even if I'm wrong and you can only have 1, I've got the option for either then. You know, it's just not a big issue. And I like the Swarm Lord, I think it's absolutely fantastic. And one thing I like doing when I'm playing games, I like to take units and heroes that people don't really take, don't really use, and just try and show them on the battlefield and try and show them, give them a bit of glory on the battlefield. You've seen a few battle reports before with the Scarab Swarms. You know, I got a message from someone saying, I'm an Necron player and I've never seen them used like that. I never even thought about using them in a big mass like that. You know, right, they don't kill that much, but they do hold units in combat because they are difficult to shift out. I think next time I do play Necrons, I will take Scarab Swarms all the time because they're actually fantastic. But I won't take them in big units. I'll take them in smaller units of like 4 or so. So I can get a couple on the table and they can just all just pan off then and just take off different enemy units. What I'm going to do now, we're not going for the vote yet. I'm going to bring you down and show you something from the Chaos Spaceman Codex, because when I built the Terminators, there was a few comments, you know, on the comment section, and a few people messaged me up, you know, a messenger saying to me, that's an insane, you know, insane amount of options, and how do you know what guns to give them and everything else? So I'm going to bring you down and give you a little insight into the Codex. But I think I actually replied to one of the comments on that video, just saying if you think that's insane, we'll have a look at the Chaos Legionaries, and I'll show you them as well, and you see how crazy they are. But anyway, bear with me a second. Right, so there's the Chaos Terminator squad. So I'm looking at the camera. I've got the camera weird angle here. Now, so for every 5 models in this unit, this is to show you how crazy it is what they can be armed with. 1 Chaos Terminator's combo weapon. Sorry, let me start from the beginning. All Terminators in this unit are equipped with a combo bolter and a cursed weapon. The cursed weapon is going to be the close combat weapon. Okay. The combo bolter is the same as a storm bolter. Okay, it's the same stat line. It's rapid fire 2, strength 4, damage 1. You know, and because they're Terminators, they get the same thing as bolt with discipline, basically. Right, so 1 Chaos Terminator's combo bolter can be replaced with one of the following: a Reaper autocannon, which I got one of them with 1 member of the squad with them that on it. 1 heavy flamer. Okay, so you can have a heavy flamer or a Reaper autocannon. 1 model's combo bolter can be replaced with a combo plasma. Yeah, which is nice. 1 model's combo bolter can be replaced with an accursed weapon. Neither of these models' accursed weapons can be replaced with a power fist or chain fist. So it's basically like 2 claws or 2 swords or 2 axes or something like that. Up to 2 models can each have their combo bolter replaced with a combo flamer. Nice. Up to 2 models can each have their combo bolter replaced with a combo melter, which is nice. Up to 3 models can have their accursed weapon replaced with a power fist. 1 model's accursed weapon can be replaced with a chain fist. Now that's insane. Something else I want to show you here, because I'm going to cover this as well. We've got the Chaos. These are the faction keywords: Chaos, Heretic Astartes, Traitor Astartes, Chaos Undivided. Okay, and then Legion. Okay, I'll explain to you this in a minute, but Legion would be what Legion they're from. So mine are the Black Legion, so Legion would be Black Legion, but they're Chaos Undivided. Okay, I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute. Let me go back over. Now, here's the Legionaries. Oh, sorry, I keep looking at the camera, too close to it. Okay. If you think the Terminators are insane, wait until I read this to you. Now, there are 10 models in the unit. Now, okay, let me just start again. There's 2 different boxes of Legionaries you can get, from what I can understand. Okay, you get normal Chaos Legionaries. That comes with a missile launcher and a heavy bolter, and special weapons, and you know, all that sort of stuff. Or you get the Kill Team one, which I believe comes with the Baleful Tome and the Demon Blade, and I think is a rattling gun or a Reaper or a gun or something like that. But anyway, they're the same models, but there's just 2 different kits with different bits in them. Anyway, if I'm wrong, let me know, but that's what my understanding of it is. So they come equipped with bolt pistol, bolt gun, frag and crack grenades. Right, so the Aspiring Champion's bolt gun can be replaced with one of the following: a Demon Blade, a Plasma Pistol, maximum 1 per model, 1 weapon from the melee list, which would be a Power Fist, or something like the Power Fist comes in the box. The Aspiring Champion's bolt pistol, so he could change his bolt gun to a Demon Blade or a Plasma Pistol, something like that. But his bolt pistol can be replaced with a Plasma Pistol, but he's only had 1, or a weapon from the melee list. One model can be equipped with a Chaos Icon, which is the little thing that goes on his backpack, and it gives them a bonus to something I can't remember what it is now. Any number of legionaries can have their bolt gun replaced with a Astartes chainsword. So they drop their bolt gun and have the chainsword, but they have the bolt pistol, so they bolt pistol and chainsword. One legionary's bolt gun can be replaced with a heavy chain axe. One legionary's bolt gun can be replaced with a balefire tome. For every 5 models in the unit, one legionary's bolt gun can be replaced with one of the following: plasma pistol, one weapon from the special list, one weapon from the heavy list. You cannot select the same special weapon or heavy weapon more than once per unit. So your unit of 10, you can't have both of them with plasma guns or 2 missile launchers, but you can have one weapon from the special list, one weapon from the heavy list. Wait a minute. For every 5 models in the unit, one legionary's only one of them can change it, which is crazy. But again, I'm going to show you this at the bottom here. There's like Chaos, Heretic Astartes, Traitor Astartes, Chaos Undivided. This is the bit we're paying attention to, and Legion. Okay. Now if I can just bear with me a second, let me find the page again. I'm locking everything. Where are we? Oh, we've gone too far. I've gone too far. Bear with me. Of course, when I open the book, let me just find the page first. Right, I've moved the camera over and got a little better. Right, now I painted up my Warpsmith a long time ago from the Eldritch Omens box, and I got comments, "Oh, you're making Emperor's Children army," and I was like, no, he's either got a mark of Slanesh or he's just a purple guy. Oh no, you're not going to be able to do that. And that's what I heard. So now I've got this, and I had a little look, and I was like, hold on a second. So, each time you upgrade a unit, it loses the Chaos Undivided faction keyword and gains the mark of Chaos. Yeah, so I could have the Runesmith and give him the mark of Slanesh, which is 15 points, okay, or +1 power, and it would give him the following. Okay, if this unit starts to fight in the engagement range of an enemy unit, it fights first that phase. If the unit has the icon keyword, each time model in the unit makes a melee attack, add +1 to the attack's hit roll. So I can take a unit of Chaos Terminators, for example, and then give them a mark of Chaos and paint them up accordingly. Now, obviously, if I say I have Michael Nurgle and I paint them up Nurgle colours, I can't use them. They're still Black Legion. Okay, they're not Death Guard, they're Black Legion, but they have the mark of Nurgle. Whereas Nurgle have their own Blightlord Terminators. They have their own rules, their own weapons, their own, that sort of stuff. So there was, I couldn't take the ones I have, the Terminators I built, paint them Nurgle and then use them in the Death Guard army as Blightlord Terminators, because they don't work. They're Black Legion and they have the mark of Nurgle. That's what I wanted to show you there. That's how that works. So I'm very, very happy with that, very pleased with that. But what I'm going to do now is just get the Imperium magazines out and just give you a quick run through of those. But the first thing I'm going to say is Bones of the Martyr. I actually phoned them and told them I wasn't interested in this. Don't give it to me. And they still sent it to me. So I'm a little bit disappointed. I probably have to try and send it back to them because I don't want this. I said to the wife, it'd just be sitting there on the side doing nothing. And she said to me, just get them, leave them in the plastic. 10 years time, they're going to be worth a fortune because they're unopened and no one's even touched them, looked at them, whatever. So that's the first thing that sort of disappointed me a little bit. But now this is number 47. This is ones that they should have sent me a long time ago, but they were out of stock. Sorry, my Russell. There are 2 colours, Wild Rider Red, which is a colour I was after, and Pink Horror, which I already have. But it's a good paint that goes into the pot. As you can see, the paints are starting to multiply around the place. Let's have a look at this, shall we? It's just some fluff about Sisters Repenter. Some crazy body horror artwork there. That's just absolutely crazy. Some fluff about battle records and stuff like that. Arco flagellants. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. But even these are just, the body horror in there is actually amazing. I can't wait to get these guys glued up and painted up. Sisters of the Priory, some nice fluff about Sisters. I'm actually really in love with the Sisters army. I'm actually a little bit annoyed I haven't glued more of them together. There's a different Battle Sister Squad, Domination Squad, Retributor Squad, Seraphim Squad, and the whatever the hell that one is. Seraphim? I cannot pronounce some of these words. Some fluff on Talons of the Emperor, Custodes, as you imagine, judging by the artwork down there. There's some more fluff there. War Gear of 10 of the 10,000. This magazine is actually falling apart on me at the moment. Page by page is coming out. Children of the Worm. This looks like Josie the Colts. Custodes, and I think they're Custodes as well. I'm not sure. Some fluff about Leovania. Presume it's an Eldari stronghold. There's some pictures of Tyranids there, so it's probably something to do about Tyranian invasion. Yeah, there's some more fluff, the Council of Farseers and the Grueling War. Space Marine details, paint Space Marine details, no thank you. Sororitas Rules, Shield of Faith and Zealot. This is some nice stuff there, so you can play them in your games. Sorry, I keep looking at the camera. There's a little tutorial of how the rules work. There's the data sheet for the Sisters Repenter. Data sheet for the Arco flagellants, whatever they're called. Actually quite nice. Their ability, each time an attack is made with this weapon, make 2 hit rolls instead of 1. So they have 2 attacks and end up with 4 attacks. That's actually pretty tasty. They're in endurance implants. The bearer has an attack characteristic of 3 and a strength characteristic of 5. That's actually quite mad because it's only strength 4 anyway to attack, so only one model can be equipped with that, so that's nice. This is the Sister Repenter's weapon. The Penitent how the hell you pronounce that weapon, I do not know. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, subtract 1 from the attacker's hit roll. That's probably because it's the same sort of thing as a power fist, where it's such an cumbersome weapon. But it's plus 2 strength and times 2 strength, sorry. So it makes them strength 6. Minus 3 AP and 2 damage apiece. It's not too bad. Some little tutorial about how they're used. Like Leading the Faithful. It's about a report. So I was just reading that'd be their 7+ save. I was like, huh? How can they have 7+ save? But it's just talking about they'll get +1 to the armor save for cover and stuff like that. So it gives them a 6+ save, which means absolutely nothing when you're being hit by something with AP1. Yeah, so breach their lines is the mission here. Necrons and Adeptus Sororitas. Necrons, Royal Warden, 3 Necron Warriors, bizarre. 2 Flayed ones, bizarre, and a Tomb Blade. And the Adeptus Sororitas is 1 Canoness, 3 Battle Sisters, 2 Seraphim, 1 Sister Repenta, and 1 Arco Flagellant, whatever it's called. People are going to be laughing saying, he said Flagellant. That's that one. Now, I don't really want to pop the rest of these open. Let me tell you why. Because I've got so much bits of fluff around the place. Taking toothpaste out isn't a problem, but just having more of these loose sprues around the place, just absolutely, I don't really want that. I mean, this is another building which is absolutely fantastic. And there's some fluff back Dark Angels as well. Oh. Do you know what? No, actually I am going to take it out. Bear with me guys, rustle. Stop being lazy, John, and just tidy up after yourself. Right, Adeptus Sororitas, mission roster. Just some, some nice fluff and mission name generators at the bottom here, which is nice. There's the mission roster with different names of different sisters on there, and well, you put the names on there. Dark Angels, Sons of the Lion, because the Lion's coming back, guys. So absolutely, the first Emperor's Space Marine Legions, the Dark Angels, continue to profess loyalty to the Imperium of mankind. However, they harbour many dark secrets, and their actions often seem to at odds with the orders and objectives of their allies. That's because we're hunting the fallen, and no one's allowed to know about them. How can you explain to a galaxy of xenophobes that, and people that hate the traitors, that half the Legion turned traitor and half didn't? They wouldn't believe you. But anyway, there's some nice fluff on the fallen there, which is a pity because I think Cypher's an absolutely amazing model. That's who that is. I don't believe he's a traitor. I believe he's to come. He will come back. The Raven Wing, the Death Wing. It's nice fluff on that. Yeah, so I believe Cypher he's really infiltrating, and he will come back to the fold and just give every single bit of information he has on where the fallen are and everything else. But anyway, Space Marines Apothecarian. Some fluff about Space Marine Apothecaries. The Imperial Creed. Some nice fluff about all of that. Imperial Cult. There's some fluff about the Adeptus Ministorum and Adeptus Sororitas. The Penitent. That's in regards to the Penitent engine. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. There's some more stuff on fluff on Sister Repenta, Acroflagellants, Penitent engines and mortifiers. How to build the ruins. Give over. We know how to do that. It's very simple. Adeptus Sororitas rules, acts of faith, different bits and pieces that you can do, gaining miracle dice and all that sort of stuff. Now, I ain't even popped open their codex yet and looked into it. Which is I'm a little bit annoyed with, because I do want to get them as a playable army on the table. As it stands at the moment, I only have this one painted, so it's a bit disappointing for myself. But I don't actually think I have any more of them glued, which again is disappointing for myself. But anyway, something I have to rectify. Plasma Sabotage is the mission here. Necrons versus Adeptus Sororitas. A Chronomancer, a Royal Warden, 3 Warriors, 3 Flayed Ones, which is not a big game at all. It's a very small game. This is very nice. Versus a Canoness, 3 Battle Sisters, 2 Seraphim, 1 Arco Flagellant. You laugh it up, guys. 1 Sister Repenta. Now that's a nice small game. I wouldn't even call that 500 points, to be honest with you. I'd be surprised if that hits 300. That's a like very nice game, especially if you're only learning the rules for the new models that you've got, or if you're just still getting into 40k and just learning the basis of it. And Russell again. Actually, no, I'll transition. 1 second, guys. Right, this is a good issue. This is the models you get in this issue. So there's one Flagellant. There's 2 Sister Repenters. I believe this one with the whip is the one that leads them. Okay. There's the last Seraphim to make the squad up. There's 4 Battle Sisters. I believe that's a Sergeant. There's one with a Flamer, and that's the standard or the icon bearer. But this is what I'm most impressed with. A Penitent engine. Now, I believe if you get this from GW, you'll get a box of 2, I think it is. For like €40 or something like that. But just to have one, yeah, inside a magazine that's like, I don't know, 11 quid or whatever it is, €11, is actually fantastic. And as you can see, this one's falling apart as well, so it's just some fluff about the Penitent engine, different weapons they have, and Penitent Buzz Blade. And it's got heavy flamers as well, which is absolutely mad. Torment amplifiers, oh my goodness me. So I believe he's a criminal or some description, hence why he's got the tag on his name. He's chucked into the machine and off he goes. Overseer of the Penitent. Yeah, this is the one with the whip. Oh my goodness me, the whole thing's just falling apart on me now. The one with the whip is the one that leads these guys. So that's nice. There's a battle record for her. How to build all of this. No, we won't worry about that, because I'll do that. How to paint it. No, we won't worry about that. Right, so we have the Apprentice Superior data sheet. She's equipped with Neuro Whips, frag grenades and crack grenades. That's insane. The Neuro Whip, each time an attack is made with this weapon against a unit, excluding the vehicle, if no models in the target unit have a leadership characteristic of 8 or more, add 1 to the attacker's wound roll. That's pretty mad. But its strength for the user is only strength 3, so it's not that strong. It's -2 AP, it's only 1 damage. So it's not that grand, but it's still okay. Which is some nice rules here as well. So Penitent engines. The Ministorum Heavy Flamer. It's heavy D6, strength 6, -1 AP, 1 damage. Okay, it's 12-inch range. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, that attack automatically hits the target. Now he's armed with 2 of these. He's armed with 2 of these flamers. So pretty much the same as the Space Marine Aggressors with the Firestorm Gauntlets. There's the same sort of profile, and they automatically hit as well. So there'll be 2d6 automatically hitting, because it's 12-inch range. Strength 6, so you just roll into wound. You causing some serious damage with that. Then he's got the Buzzsaws, which is Buzz Blade, sorry, +3 to his strength, so that makes it strength 8. -4 AP and 2 damage apiece. Now, it says here, Wrath of the Penitent, if their model is equipped with 2 Penitent Buzz Blades, it has an attack characteristic of 5. So it gets an extra attack. If a model is equipped with 2 Penitent Flails, it has an attack characteristic of 5. Okay, so either 2 of those or 2 flails, it gets that. I think this kit in the box just comes with the Buzz Blades, not with the flails. I didn't look at too much detail of it. This unit cannot perform any actions, so it means that he can't take objectives or raise banners or anything like that. That's what I think that means. This unit is eligible to declare a charge even if it advances this turn. In addition, each time this unit makes a pile-in move or consolidation move, models in this unit can move an additional 2 inches. So he'll be able to move, and he'll be able to move 5 inches towards the enemy instead of normal 3. Wow. He wants to get into combat quickly. Berserk killing machines. Each time a model in this unit loses a wound, roll a d6 on a 5+, that wound is not lost. That's excuse me. That's quite a tasty model. Quite a tasty unit. There's little tutorials about how to use the bits and pieces. That's that one. This is another one I'm impressed with. This is what you get in this one. This is practically the Royal Court. I think it's missing an Overlord and a Royal Warden, I think. Something like that. But this is basically the guy you get in the box, in the Indominus box. Scorpion Destroyer Lord, which is an amazing model. Absolutely amazing. I've had a few people say to me, when this comes in the magazine, because it's in the magazine, in the Imperium magazine, can you do a Let's Build on him? Because I really want to get him on the table quick. This model here, you look at it and you go, this is probably the easiest model I've ever built. It is literally so simple. I'm going to do a Let's Build on it. I'll probably Let's Build him and these two together. These two little guys, maybe him as well, just maybe the three, those four. Because he's pretty straightforward, they're pretty straightforward, and he's the easiest one. I think the hardest thing with this model is painting them. Then that's seriously, it's just, there he is in all his glory. Absolutely such an easy model to build. There's some fluff on. The other magazines fall apart. This one just want to fold up on me. The Matriarchs. 6 saints before all others. These 6 warriors fought at the birth of the sisterhood and each became martyrs of one of each of the founding orders majoris. Some nice artwork. There's some nice fluff on them. There's all that fluff on just the different ones. Order of the Sacred Rose. Some fluff on that. How to build. Well, I'll show you how to do that anyway. Order of the Ebon Chalice. Some fluff on this one here. Don't worry about. That's how simple it is. Look. That is how simple it is. Okay. It's absolutely the simplest model I've ever built. There's a few parts to it, but it's very, very, very simple. I remember building it the first time and going, how the hell, that's so simple. There's a Kinetic Reanimators. I forgot what it was called when it was on the front of the book. Kinetic Reanimators data sheet. Now, I've had it in a few games. It's not the toughest thing in the game. Don't get me wrong, it's not the toughest thing. It explodes on a roll of 6 when it dies. 3-inch, everyone suffers 1 mortal wound. It says command phase set 1 friendly. Yeah, no, it's 1 friendly dynasty model within 6 inches, and they're visible to this model. At the start of your next command phase, while that unit is within 6 inches of the visible until the start of your next command phase, as long as the unit that you've picked is within 6 inches and visible to this model, that unit is being healed by this model's restoration beam. While a unit is being healed by a reanimation beam, add +1 to reanimation protocol rolls made for that unit. Each unit can only ever be healed by 1 reanimation beam at a time. So that's actually quite a handy thing if you've got behind a unit of Necron warriors or, you know, Scorpion Destroyers or something like that, or even flayed ones. It's got an atomizer beam, so it has 2 atomizer beams, and they are range 12, assault 3, strength 6, -2 AP and 1 damage. So he could advance and still shoot those 6 shots at -1 to hit. His Reanimator's Claws are strange strength is him, which is 5, -2 AP and 1 damage. Which is, you don't really want to get him in combat, let's put it that way. Not on his own anyway. There's a little tutorial on how to use him, the command abilities and everything else. Let's just go into the general play of it. Like me knocking the camera again, sorry guys. Right, the mission for this one. It's a nice easy one. Technomancer, Kinetic Reanimator, which is the one we were just talking about. 10 Necron Warriors, which is to go with him for you to learn rules about him. 3 Scarab Swarms, and 1 Canapsic Spider. Alex's favourite. He loves them. He doesn't. Ultramarines, this one says. 1 Canoness, 1 Repenter Superior, 7 Battle Sisters, 3 Seraphim, 3 Sister Repenter, 2 Flagellants, and 1 Penitent Engine. That's a bit of a bigger game compared to what the last game was. I think these guys, the Sisters, will win. Just because that Penitent Engine is absolute beast. Look at his stat card a minute ago, absolute beast. And that's all the magazines I have. But this is how far it's behind. Because I've got this already. I've got these 2 and I've got this. Yeah, because this comes into the 2 issues. So I think I'm still missing issues with the Tomb Blades in here. And then the ones that come after these ones. Because I wanted to build him this week. But just with everything going on, I haven't had time. I've looked at the kit and I've looked at the instructions how to build it. It is an insane model to build. These front legs here, they don't want you to glue them in first of all. You put them in place and you can pivot this leg backwards and forwards to get the angle that you want it. Then you glue it. Right, so now we're going to go straight into the vote. So the usual suspects from this one, we have the Howling Banshees, Dire Avengers, the Blade Guard Veterans, we have Ripper Jackson, the Dark Reapers over the back there, we have Demonettes, we have the Chronomancer, we have the Captain with the Shield, the Plague Bearers, we have a Chaos Knight as part of a bigger unit, we have Giant, we have Abandon the Spoiler, Swooping Hawks, the Catan Shard of the Void Dragon, which is this big monster here, Zodka Wartsnagger, Chaplain, the engines here, Celestia Chaos Sorcerer, a Space Marine Captain, an Apothecary, the Autarch, an amazing model, Blade Guard Veteran, we have the other Autarch that I haven't finished sorting the base out on yet. Let's bring that over there. And this one, we can ignore the Bloodletters, Demonettes and Plague Bearers. We just have She-Hulk, which is just, where am I? We have She-Hulk. And of course, guys, we have the Hive Tyrant and we have the Swarm Lord. These 2 amazing. So what we're going to vote on, huh? Now, there is also the wild card. So, with the wild card, if you vote on that and that wins, then you'll find out what it is on Monday. Now, how do you vote? For everyone that's new, you just comment below on this video. Say, I vote for X, Y, Z. You don't vote and say, I vote for everything, because that won't count. If you want the Swarm Lord, you want the Giant, you want an Autarch, okay, I vote for those. If you vote for Plague Bearers, one of the Space Marine heroes, sort of Wartsnagger, yeah, that's what you go for. And then Friday, I'm off this week's holiday, so Friday at midday, actually no, I'll keep it at 2 o'clock because that's what time I usually look at it. After 2 o'clock, I'll tally up the votes, and whoever has the most votes will get painted for Monday's painting video. If there's a tie, I'll either do a dice roll, or if I'm ahead of myself and I've got time, I'll get both of them done. Like last week it was Venom and the Blight Haulers. So I've got both of them done. Venom done on Sunday and then the Blight Haulers done on Monday, which I'm actually very pleased with. Absolutely really pleased with these guys. Absolutely just insane. Very simple. Very, very simple. If you haven't checked that video out, go and check it out, guys. It's very, very simple, very easy. And it's a nice colour scheme for any Death Guard army. I've got 49 minutes now, so almost an hour, guys. If you guys have any questions for me, chuck on below. If you have any comments you want to say about the Chaos Codex we looked at and the different options for the 2 Marine squads and the marks of Chaos, stuff like that, you know, what I didn't say with that, I was flapping around too much. They don't change their legion. Okay, they're still Black Legion, but they can have Mark of Gods. But it actually says that you can bring Death Guard into your army. as Death Guard, Legion Death Guard, Plague Marines. But your army's not battle forged unless it's led by the Despoiler or Battle Corps, because then it becomes Agents of Chaos or something like that. I didn't read too much into that, but that's the gist of it. But anyway, you're in the comments below, chuck them below. Don't forget to vote, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It costs absolutely nothing and helps this channel out in a massive, massive way. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. I hope you've done a lot of painting during my waffling, guys. Until next time, I didn't hit the hour, but I do apologise. Until next time, take it easy, hit the buttons for me, and I'll see you later.